Spotify. So we actually pay artists for every second that their music is streamed. And depending, doesn't matter how long the song is or anything. It's all about how much time that the listener is spending listening to this music. And so they're paid at a rate of 1 penny per minute. So a typical 4 minute song would be 4 cents, which is 100 times more than what they're used to getting paid.
So, Andra, I'm going to go back to the very beginning of our conversation. It seems that there was some technical issues, unfortunately, but that does happen in the world of technology, and we're just getting some feedback right now that we are live and people are thumbsing up. There was a little bit of glitch in the system, so we'll just kind of brief a little bit. Man, we went deep. so, so welcome to the universe of technology. Hello, everyone. I know if you're just joining us right now, my name is Brandi Veil, and I am the host of Yes3 Network in partnership with the Coin Republic. And we're speaking to Andrew Antar, who is the founder and CEO of Tune FM, changing the face, changing the game of how music is consumed and also distributed on the ledger. Boom. Let's talk a little bit about who you are. I know we talked about you at 4 years old. So, the heart of the matter is that you got started at a very early age, the age of 4. You are you went to Brown and you play the violin. So at the core of the conversation for the audience members listening now, I would like to have them hear, what inspired you as a young artist to create a platform such as Tune FM.
Yeah, so thanks for having me. Yeah, I mean, I started this platform really to help artists monetize and earn a living in this new economy. And I felt that artists were being left behind, and the industry is particularly against the artists' issues and rights and interests. And so, in many ways, it's a predatory industry. And so, leveraging new technology with Web3 and tokenization can really unlock a lot of that value that has been sort of stored up or under monetized or stunted in growth, and decided to create an entirely new economic model for the music industry, leveraging these new financial technologies, and create a system and platform where artists can easily monetize their work and get paid way more, orders of magnitude more than they currently do, and actually be able to earn a living just with their music.
Mm. And on a scale to 1 to 10, can an artist live solely on this platform as a means of income?
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely.
It could I know you're somewhat in an early stage. Could you give a number? Is this on a minimum wage, maximum wage level, scale to 1 to 10? Are they at a 10? Are they at a 2? Can they survive off of it?
Well, it really depends how many fans you have. In order to get minimum wage, you need millions and millions of monthly streams on Spotify. And on our platform, it would be closer to tens or hundreds of thousands to earn that type of money.
Mm. And so since you're bringing up Spotify, I'd like to talk a little about the difference. There's a lot of streaming platforms out there for users, but not a lot of streaming platforms for artists. So if you were to compare your marketplace, are there any other markets that you have your eye on as maybe a competitor or not?
Well, Spotify is really not a marketplace. It's just a one-sided consumer-facing platform. And so they have deals with the big three major labels and the rights holders, and that's pretty much it. They don't really deal directly with artists as far as their music streaming is concerned. So there's no other platform that actually pays artists for their streams that I'm aware of that is not in the traditional sense.
Right. And before we go too much down the rabbit hole, I did bring up Patreon in our last conversation. And Patreon, I I just support all innovators and entrepreneurs who really want to help artists. And I remember meeting the founder, and he was an artist too, much like yourself. And so, is there any comparative marketplace of Patreon along with Tune FM, or am I just shooting in the dark here?
Well, I think Patreon exists because people feel bad about the failings of the existing marketplace. Because Patreon is not really a consumption platform; it's more to like support artists that you feel passionate about by paying a monthly subscription, and maybe there's perks involved with that monthly subscription. Um, but we're not a subscription-based service. We're obviously not, based on taking a monthly credit card payment. So we're actually a music streaming platform where you actually go to consume the content from the artists, and so it's a completely different situation.
Mm. So, being a musician yourself and also a CEO, you have this groundbreaking decentralized music platform, and it, as you just mentioned, is an NFT marketplace. So, is it, I need my own wallet for MetaMask, or do I need to, what is the process? Is it pretty easy to get in and get started?
Yeah, of course. All you have to do is go to tune.fm and join.
Mhm.
You don't need any special wallets, exchanges, Chrome extensions, or any of the sort of Web3 of the past nonsense and onboarding that has really just been a terrible user experience for non crypto natives who don't really understand what's going on. And there's no way to get people to conform to that type of onboarding process. So I don't really like to call it onboarding because that sort of implies it's a laborious situation where you have to download multiple apps and buy things different places and send them and install extensions. And most people can virtually just go to a website and plug in their email and go on Instagram. So we wanted to make it as easy so that your mother can do it.
I remember I told my mom she would be crypto granny back in 2014, and she had no idea what I was talking about, and neither did anyone else. That's okay. So let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the company. And you recently were featured in Billboard magazine, uh, and NASDAQ, and I had the honor to be there at the SpaceBlue.club media house, where you and we had a little interview in front of some of our colleagues. Tell us a little bit about the investment strategy behind your platform. I know that you have been in this business for quite a while. It's not a new game for you. You started off in the heavy decentralized token communities, and then you moved over and bridged. How were you able to bridge without people, you know, batting an eye at you and saying, "No, that's not for us"?
Um, well, bridge from what
Bridge
to what
into
exactly?
finance. Yeah, well, the numbers I'm reading is it 40 or 30 million that you have now raised?
Um, Officially announced 30, but it's much higher. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So just share a little bit of how you were able to onboard mainstream financiers from decentralized financiers.
Well, all of our financing is via the token, so it's actually um, in the sort of decentralized world, you could say, but it's all private equity firms and OTC partners and stuff like that. So
Mhm. And for those people out there watching right now, can you explain what an OTC partner is?
it's a type of deal of over the counter. It's basically selling crypto to private parties.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'm excited to know that you're out there. I want to just kind of go back into this empathic side of the conversation because it's important. The artists are waiting for you. They've been waiting for a platform that's going to help support them. And so, are you going to go towards the Alicia Keys and the Beyoncés and getting like the big star names to help support in order to help the artists? How does that look on your strategy?
Yeah, so we're really working with artists all shapes and sizes, big celebrities, small independent artists. There's many different ways that we can help them monetize with experiences, with the streaming, and so our go to market strategy is really based on artists bringing their fan bases in and saying, hey, look, this is a place where it benefits me much more if you stream my music here. And here's all these exclusive experiences that you can't find anywhere else. Or here's exclusive material that you can't stream or find anywhere else. And so that's one of the ways that we're bringing in artists and fans.
Yeah. And let's talk about going to the moon because this is one of my favorite topics. Obviously, that's how we were brought together. Space Blue and the Lunar Museum. We recently had a launch with 222 artists. I was one of them. Grateful girl. I had my own piece go to the moon. Being first to do this level of artist delivery of a summer of love, your project has now been put together with Space Blue to go to the moon. Can you tell us a little bit who's going to be on this album?
Yeah, so we had a great opportunity to partner with Space Blue and founder Dallas Santana. And he said, we've been looking for the right Web3 music platform to be able to be the exclusive streaming partner. And of course, we're the only one out there. And so he's happy he found us, and we're also happy we found him because it's really a great project where some of the most iconic artists in the world have very rare unreleased recordings, both live recordings as well as songs that have never been heard before, from the likes of Jimi Hendrix, Bob Marley, James Brown, Eric Clapton, The Who, and many more artists.
Hmm. And people may be wondering, well, why bring music to the moon?
Well, Dallas had this vision to put content on the moon and create a sort of lunar museum, a digital lunar museum. And so he was actually able to put it up on SpaceX and have it be delivered via a lunar lander in a time capsule with some very cool stuff like quartz crystal etchings that last a billion years. And he can speak more about those details, but I found it really unique that a lot of people talk about going to the moon, especially the crypto space, and then he actually did it. And this is something that actually already happened. And we had the opportunity to be the exclusive streaming partner. And of course, we'd love to have that music on our platform. And since it will be the only place in the world that you can stream this music, the only other place being on the moon, which is out of this world, uh, you'll have to go to Tune FM to listen to this great content. So I think it's a really cool story and opportunity for us.
It is out of this world, literally.
Mhm.
Well, I want to thank you for being here and being a part of our network. It's a great honor to celebrate entrepreneurs and innovators. And I just want to ask you, is there any final and last words for our audience who you may be inspiring artist out there who's just trying to do it and it's been a struggle and they're hearing this for the first time that there's a platform. Is there anything you want to say to them?
Well, definitely check out tune.fm. The name is the domain. And come discover some new artists. And just know that as you're streaming music, you're supporting artists directly. And it's a great feeling. And there's a lot of cool stuff and a lot of great drops coming up. So definitely follow us on our socials and see what's coming up. And especially the Summer of Love album. So look out for that end of July.
Yes, and everyone out there also take a look at the Billboard articles. I'll make sure that they're posted in the comments and take a look at the NASDAQ reporting that was recent with Andrew. I want to thank everyone for listening and showing up. We'll be doing the broadcast weekly on all of our networks. Be sure to follow the Coin Republic and Yes 3 Network, and of course, myself, Brandi Veil, and Andrew. Thank you once again, and have fun in Miami, as I know you will. Tell everyone I said hi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrew. Bye for now.
Bye.